What is up guys, my name is Chase, welcome back to another video. So this is gonna be a really nerdy video. Today we're gonna be talking camera lenses. I've reached like the bottom of the barrel for YouTube content. No, but in all seriousness, like I want to give you some background first. In case you haven't been following me for basically the past year, I finally made the switch to mirrorless cameras. You know, I've been using camcorders my entire life, and so now I'm using the Sony A6400. You know, interchangeable lenses are like a totally new thing for me, and to be honest, up until I got this camera, I honestly had no idea what a prime lens even meant. And I just wanted to make this quick little video to kind of share what I've learned throughout the past year. Basically for this video, I'm just going to be focusing on this guy right here. This is the Sigma 56mm 1.4 lens. This is like the most recent lens that I got. I got it off Amazon. I think it goes for like $300 or $400. So it's not a cheap lens. But anyway, you know, I got this lens because I like really started to trust Sigma with lenses after I got this lens that I'm using right now on this camera. I'm using the Sigma 16mm 1.4 lens, and I freaking love this lens. Super great like autofocus, super great depth of field. You know, I love how the bokeh looks. I wanted to kind of have this collection of basically Sigma lenses, and I've loved this 56mm lens from Sigma. That being said, I'm returning this lens. To be honest, I don't even think it's like Sigma's fault. I still think this is an incredible lens. The fact that Sigma makes all of these lenses, you know, at f-stop 1.4, it's super duper crazy and I love it. You know, I love the bokeh that you get with it. But the main thing with Sigma lenses is that they don't have image stabilization in them. And so what I've learned is that, you know, for example, with the 16mm, that's totally fine because it's such a wide angle that you basically don't need image stabilization in this wide of a lens compared to, you know, a closer one like this one, the 56mm, where it does become very noticeable if you're like shaking and stuff. I've definitely learned that the hard way now, you know, trying to use this lens out in like real world use. My footage just comes back all shaky and, you know, I just feel like an idiot. Once again, you know, this doesn't mean the Sigma lens is bad or anything. This just comes down to, you know, for me, it doesn't fit like the equipment that I have. The Sony A6400 doesn't have in-body image stabilization. That's, you know, part of the reason why this lens just doesn't work well with this camera, and it's unfortunate because, you know, once again, I love the fact that this goes all the way down to f-stop 1.4. But in the end, you know, kind of what I've learned, especially with lenses in general, I guess, is that there's always trade-offs, and I guess you could say that about pretty much anything in life. You know, this is a life lesson for you. I'm teaching you a life lesson through camera lenses. I'm delirious. It's 12 o'clock in the morning. Basically what I'm trying to say is that while this Sony lens, you know, this is the 35mm 1.8, it doesn't get down to the f-stop 1.4 that the Sigma lenses do, but, you know, even though it's 1.8, it does have the optical image stabilization built into the lens, which does become very useful. So I feel like, you know, you kind of trade off the lower f-stop for image stabilization. And I think that's kind of the route I'm gonna go from now on. I know Sony also has a 50mm 1.8 lens with the image stabilization built in. I think that's gonna be my next lens after I return this guy. So anyway, I don't know, I feel like I just kind of talked a lot, but I hope some of this information was useful for you. Let me know what you think in the comments. For now, my name is Chase, and I will see you again soon. Bye.